Hello. We're back again. We're back for, I guess this is going to be the 19th uh, episode of the plug that I do. I want to thank Uncle Smiley and Bigfoot for being here. Yeah, I know. I see you noticed the the pin that I have on top of the chat. Only reason I did that is, well, there's a couple of reasons why I did that. That it appears up there. Last night when I was working, I came across this channel, and I'm pretty excited about it. I think a lot of people that I've seen in the comments are also kind of looking forward to what's coming down the pipe for this young man. Um, but okay, to the reason back. For some reason, when I go to, I added him to the description, and when I go to type his handle, it won't hyperlink to his channel. So I kind of wanted to make sure that brought attention to it. It was like I added him on to this particular plug maybe a few minutes ago. That's how much I wanted to make sure you guys found this channel because it's pretty good. And I'm thinking the reason it might do that, it's for probably, well, no, because he does allow comments. I thought it was going to be like an age restriction because he's definitely um a teenager, or preteen, the kid from this channel. But we'll get into him. That's why he appears at the bottom of the description, because he literally was. Last night I found his channel, and I texted it. I shared it with Funk and in my tanks, Nick. And that's how much I really like this channel, that I thought I got to tell people about him. And I'm going to show it to you guys right now, and you'll get it. Every so often you come across um, a channel person, whatever you want to call it, and they just seem to have that it factor. I think this young man definitely has that it factor. He's already has some of the bigger channels subscribed to him. That's how I know. I saw Sydney Angels subscribed, and the Dave also was looking at him. Look at Jorge just plugging away. What's up, Mike? Let me Before we get started again. Typically, I bring you seven, and that's usually kind of been my my pattern, I guess, or whatever. But today it's going to be eight, and that's just because of this channel that I found last night during work. New Hatscaping, thank you for being here. Bare Bottom Brandon, thanks for joining me. Bethels Great Lakes, thanks for being here this morning. Muppet 929, thanks for being here, Muppet. Pulling hair algae. And then we have Jeffro, Renee, uh, MNC Aquatics. Those are the two people you picked to share the lake with. Oh, you got to bump up your choices. They're actually, um, yeah. Because I knew they were up. That's the whole thing. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning when I found them, so I figured it was going to be like 6 in the morning with them. And and the reason is because I immediately, when I saw this kid, thought of Nick. And the reason is because it is a younger kid. And I thought, you know what? Nick would probably be a great mentor when it comes to YouTube. Um, and it's really more because of the age situation. He probably relates more to the kid than I could ever. So that's why I even texted him. I said, "Hey, I think this kid you would really enjoy mentoring this young man." So, but with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. For those of you that might be new watching the replay of this, basically the idea is to be able to share with you some of the YouTube channels that I've recently come across. And the way this works is I usually write their links in the description to make it a lot easier for you to find them. A lot of the times, if you just type in their channel name, you won't necessarily find their channel because a lot of them happen just to have a lower subscriber count. So this is a way for me to be able to share some of these and for you to be able to find them much easier. So I see that um, Ed's Aquatics Exotics has just dropped in. Audra Myers, thank you for being here. So let me go ahead and share the screen with you guys and show you these new channels that we're going to talk about, and I'll give you a little bit of information as to um, what I found out about their channels. So the first one that we're going to start with is Jaxson Binns, and I know it's been a little bit since he posted something, but this channel um, actually I did not find. This channel was shared to me by Aquafunk. And like I've told you in the past episodes, it's getting to a point now where people are sending me recommendations of channels that they've come across, which is cool because now that means you guys are out there actively looking to find some of these newer channels, which is great because that's I just think by doing this, it's the best way to share the community and make it grow. So this is Jaxson Binns. Now, what's interesting, this he is strictly focused on cichlids. So if you're somebody that really enjoys cichlids, let me change the the layout. There we go. Let's see, can I make this a little bit bigger? Bear with me. Um, well, anyways, we'll just highlight it all the way. Um, not only does is his channel pretty much focused on cichlids, but he's really trying to give out information on how to do hybrids. His introductory video, which is this one over here, is really good. You get a really good idea of what he is trying to accomplish with his YouTube channel. Um, and here, this one, the introduction. And in here, let me see, make sure, yeah, audio's off. In this one, he kind of breaks down the whole process of what he's going to be doing in his channel, what he's trying to accomplish with his channel. Uh, let's skip the ad. Uh, and he does a really good job of giving you the different variations of what happens if you breed uh, 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 certain species with others. He has a really good breakdown. Let me see if I can find his this is I like I said, this is a really good informative channel as to what he's going about doing. Let's see. No, that's not what I wanted. This is what I want. Because I think he has a link to he actually has a website. Oh, he hasn't doesn't have it linked in here. But anyways, I see him go to a website that he's kind of created, and he's got all these different types of hybrids broken down into categories, which I thought that was very interesting. And let me see if I can play the video. I'm going to play a little bit of the video so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. And that's kind of what you're looking at here. Oh, let me go back where he starts talking about it. He's broken them down, I guess, by genius of the different fish. This is it right here. And he kind of and he's kind of walking you through the process of what the hybrids are going to look like, which are the basically the donor fish or the one that they're going to be based off. And he started going into how they use excuse me, jaguars as the base fish for creating other hybrids. Very interesting. If you're somebody that's really into the cichlid world, somebody who's interested in doing hybrids, excellent information in here. Um, and he kind of breaks them down. He's actually asking his viewers if they come across a certain fish and they don't know. I guess a perfect example of that would be like flower horns. and I think he even uses that as a description, where most people are always speculating which two species of fish are the ones that are being hybridized. He kind of takes the time to do the breakdown of which fish are the ones that are being used to crossbreed and try to create these hybrids. So, like I said, very interesting channel. If cichlids and you really enjoy some of these really nice different types of hybrids, I think this is going to be a good resource for you to have. So again, his channel name is Jaxson Binns. Let me see. He's got 22 videos, only 142 subscribers. Um, let's see. He's had a channel since 2018. I think he just recently started posting information. I really haven't been able to do my usual deep dive where I go and look at all the videos. So yeah, this first video was about 3 months ago, so he hasn't really been on that long. I like how he's broken them up into categories, and even the thumbnails really pop out. I think he's done a really good job of doing that. Um, he does have his opinions very well delineated, and I know that's something that Funk kind of said. Hey, you just kind of understand. Uh, I guess some people might find it off-putting, but it's his opinions, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. We all have different opinions. We don't all agree on stuff, and that was the only thing he goes. Yeah, don't get too hung up on that if you feel like he's very sure of what he likes and doesn't like. So I'm not a I enjoy them. I enjoy cichlids. So I don't know if I didn't pick up on that because I'm learning more than anything else with the information that he's providing, that maybe I don't pick up on those whether they're jabs or whatever to other cichlid keepers. I'm not in that world, so I don't pick up those nuances, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But and that's all coming from Funk. Like I said, I've watched that video. Um, I think some of these fish are gorgeous, but I wouldn't keep them. I wouldn't keep them because their aggression, and they're bigger fish. You need bigger tanks, and that's kind of the only reason why I haven't really dove into that world of the cichlids. Let me see. Let me go back over here. Make sure. Cecil, thank you for dropping in. Let me see who else kind of snuck in here. Uh, if I missed anybody, no, it looks like I've got everybody much in here. So that's Jaxson Binns. He's the very first one in the description. Um, if you go to the description of this channel, you will see where the channels are. So let me back up a little bit more. I think it's one more. Nope. There we are. No, that's actually wow. How many times did I go back and forth on this thing? Oh, there it was. 19. Let's go down. My computer's a little slow today, kind of like me. Here we go. So when I'm making reference to the description, is if you go to the video, you'll find these right here, and these are the ones that I'm talking about, where you just kind of click on the hyperlink, and or the blue part of it, and it'll take you straight to their channel. This is what I was talking about with Wethead Aquatics. It wouldn't let me do it. I even tried doing it right before the live stream, and for some reason it won't. It's the second time it's happened to me. If you see over here, Mscapes, I couldn't do the same thing with her channel. So I don't know if it's YouTube doing something, or the content creators are not allowing you to do this. But I've never really come across that. So the next one is going to be Blair Gardiner. Um, again, it's a newer channel. What I like about it is he's this person. Yeah, he's just kind of sharing the little projects that he's working on. I thought this little glass house enclosure was really cool. He escapes that. He turns it into a little terrarium. He's got some outdoor ponds. Um, just he's just kind of sharing what he's doing with some of the aquariums that he's got there in there. I think this is, if I'm not mistaken, one of these meta tanks, which is really one of the things that kind of drew my attention, because that was kind of like the very first aquarium. That actually looks a lot like the very first aquarium I ever had. So immediately I was like, oh, I hadn't seen one of those. Hey, Featherfin, thanks for being here, man. Nick, hey, how's up? What's up? Hey, I was just talking about you. Mexicali, do you have to turn it on to allow to be tagged? I believe. How do I turn? Well, it allows me to do with all the other ones except for that one. Um, and it's I actually went into studios, and usually how you start, if you do the ad and you start typing in the handle, it'll give you a bunch of selections of other channels that have similar names, and then you can select it. He doesn't come up in that. And I don't know if it's because it's a very small channel, or because he is a minor, that it's not allowing me to do that, which I could understand that too. This time, uh, oh, wait, this time? No, no, I was just telling him that I was bugging you early in the morning, um, trying to tell you about Wethead Aquatics. That's all, and that I thought that you would be an excellent mentor for this kid, because you would actually be able to relate to him. So basically, yeah, I'm calling you a kid. Uh, it says, yeah, many have turned it off. Yeah, I think that's probably the case. Maybe his parents made him do that, which I totally get. Um, but right now, we'll get to his channel in a bit. So this is Blair's channel. Again, um, I think it's I think he just relatively started posting stuff recently. He's got 65 subscribers, 64 videos. So he's actually picked up a couple of subscribers from when I first found him. I know he's in the States, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he's in the States. Channel's been around since 2013, but I don't think he's been posting since 2013. Let's see, or at least not aquarium content. So basically, the very first video that he has was on a video game that he was playing, and then it's just nature videos, and then he gradually starts working into posting about a year ago some terrarium stuff. It looks like that's what he started with, and then he starts going into building his aquariums. So for about a year, he's kind of consistently started posting um, videos, excuse me, pertaining to the aquarium builds and little projects that he's working on. Um, so that's kind of what I've been enjoying from his channel. He's got a little projects that I find a little bit interested in, getting ideas for future projects that I might want to do. So those are it. That is his channel, and that is Blair Gardiner. Um, so if you want to go check him out, go check him out, and do your thing. The next one is Blackwater breeds. Yeah, Blackwater breeds. Um, Let me go back to the link to this knucklehead's channel. Let me see. So this is the one now. It was still. This is definitely this take is still definitely. I don't even think. Well, yeah, I think the last time I ever took a bath was as a kid. Um, I'm more of a shower guy. Always been. Um, don't kind of like the idea of sitting in dirty water. That's that's my opinion of bath water. It's clean when you get in, but once you start sitting in there for a while, it's not very clean. So I definitely I don't have the time either. I just want to get in there, get scrubbed down, and get out. So let me see. All right, so let's go to Blackwater Breeds. He recently, I guess, is building out his fish room. This is somebody that's also breeding different species of fish. Um, Again, small channel. Um, I think he recently started posting videos not too long ago. He does have an account on Instagram. Let's go take a look into what else he's doing. So this is his little description. He's working with fish, amphibians, and he's kind of creating his little ecosystems in his basement. Small hatch basement operation. So it looks like he is potentially selling some of the fish that he's breeding. Um, Currently has an Instagram, and this is I hadn't seen this. So let's see what his tank. What is it? A spreadsheet? Yeah, he's got a spreadsheet of all his aquariums, what he's actually keeping in his aquariums. So if you're looking for a specific species of fish, uh, he's got he's got information about what he's keeping. And if you're looking for something in particular, then you'll know what he has, which is this is way more organized than I'll ever even dream of being. I do not have the patience to be able to do something like this. So he's basically got a breakdown. He's got all his tank sizes, all the different species, which ones actually have fish, which don't. This is way too organized. Uh, this is making me feel totally inadequate, incompetent. Like I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but which is true. But nonetheless, so he's got a breakdown of all that stuff. This is wow. This is some serious dedication. Let's go back to see what the other link's about. He's got species bios. So I guess he's got information on the fish as to what yeah, okay. So it's a little bit of wow, this is really good. If you're trying to find information about certain fish, if you still like to read information versus listening to somebody else tell you about them, he's got uh, an Excel sheet with all this information in there, giving you what he's learned from that specific species, whether it's trying to breed it or just general information, which is very interesting. I think this is the very first channel that I've seen or come across that shares that information with its viewers. He's got obviously his email here in case you wanted to get in touch with him. Uh, Um, so that's good. Thing that I wish, for my own selfish reasons, that they would do, uh, because it makes it easier for me to contact people and try to invite them to be on as a guest and stuff like that. So I always like it when that information is on there. I understand also that not everybody necessarily has a email dedicated. Oh no, an email dedicated to their channel. Sometimes we start a lot of these channels with our own private emails, and we don't want that information out there. But it's something that could be relatively easy to fix. You can create an email exclusively for your YouTube channel, which is kind of what I've done. I've basically taken my channel name and added at gmail.com. And that way, I'm not getting emails from, well, if I of course I'm going to be getting emails from strangers, but it's not going to my personal email. So time out. I don't care. Um, so that's what we have in here. So he kind of gives you a little bit about what he's trying to do. He's trying to do videos on breeding, some of these water quality hacks, species spotlights, DIY projects. So that's you get a general idea. He's got a very good description of what he's doing with his channel. Um, he's doesn't I think he only has these two videos. He's done some shorts, or he only has one. So he's really let me see, what was his last video that I saw? The where he's feeding brine shrimp. That's about 3 months ago. So he's kind of gone a little bit radio silent, which is interesting because a while back I was talking about Josh. Josh, what's his? Ah, okay, I have him here. Hold on. Josh, give me a second. And but when I plugged this channel, was it? Oh, Josh's Fish Spot, and it was interesting because by the time I got around to plugging this channel, it was right at the beginning of summer, and for a lot of you guys, summer is actually something you enjoy. Out here in Arizona, winter is our summer. Our summer is hell, and we stay indoors. We don't do a whole lot of other stuff, but the rest of the country actually enjoys summer, and that's why when I first talked about his channel, it was at the beginning of the summer. He had kind of gone away because they live either close or near a lake or on the lake. So of course you can enjoy that because especially if you live in an area where you only get a certain time in the season that you can enjoy it. So and then he just recently came back and he actually made a video where he was talking about that he has kind of left everything and went to enjoy the summer. This might be the same situation with Blackwater Breeds, or he's just really busy. Either way, I think if all of a sudden he starts getting some new subscriptions and some more views on his channels, that always seems to reinvigorate you as a content creator and want to do more stuff. So make sure you check him out. He does a little this video over here is talking about showing you what he's got going on in his fish room and sharing some of his tanks and some of the projects that he's working on. And over here is a video basically on how he feeds and his tanks and how to hatch brine shrimp and how much he's got to do. So this is another channel that I wanted to kind of bring to your guys' attention, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. So let's go to the next one. Let's back out of here. All right. That's far enough. I don't know why my computer's slow today. It seems to be every day now, not just today. Okay, so this is AquaCat aquariums. Cat. This channel, I think I came across them on somebody's live stream. They popped up. Uh, I don't remember. It's obviously somewhere where I'm moderated or have the access to be able to look at people's channels because that's pretty much what happened here. I saw a name I didn't recognize in the chat, was able to click on their name and go to their channel and come to find out that they're actually posting content. So immediately, of course, I subscribed to their channel. Let's see what they got going on here. Um, it says here that you know they're out here in the United States. Channel is coming up on a year. 21 subscribers, 84 videos. So obviously, it's somebody that really hasn't found um, the community as far as their videos posted to the community. Um, so hopefully we can fix that today and get him in a situation where he gets more people that are wanting to see aquarium related videos. Let's go here. So the oldest video. So yeah, it's a really new channel. Just 6 months ago. It's a very short time um, of posting stuff, and it takes the algorithm a while before it figures out um, where they're going to be posting your information. Um, 84 videos, so he must have a pretty good balance of not only long form videos but also a lot of shorts. Which seems to be or let me see what the shorts look like. That's a lot of videos for 6 months. Yeah, it is going to be mostly long form, which is really interesting. So he's only got two shorts. So 82 of the videos are actually long form videos. I noticed that what he was doing was giving you like updates. That's I think those are what where it says fish room 1, 2, 3, 4 and stuff like that, or just little updates of what he's got going on in the video. He's got a few tanks. Obviously, he's trying to breed some stuff. Um, he's trying to deal with some common issues that we deal with, things like that. That's no, that's a freshwater tank. So mostly freshwater aquariums. Again, another hobbyist. Sharing their progression in their fish room. He's obviously has multiple tanks because you can see here that he set up a, uh air system. Um, Usually, if you start getting more than three tanks, it's probably the best way to go is to set up an airline system. Again, very very basic rack system. I really like those systems because they're modular. You can adjust them, change them, all real easy. So basically, he's sharing here some of. I guess this is the very first video of his fish room. So you know, you get to see the progression as to what's going and some of that. And again, this is another channel that um, I found for a while. I just really haven't had a um, a big opportunity to take the deeper dive and look at what they're doing. But I wanted to share with you guys so you guys can discover this with me. And I know it's somebody that's recently been pretty active in the chats. So I figured that I want to make sure that we bring some awareness to them. Hey, MC, how's it going, man? I hadn't seen you in a long time. I saw that you posted a comment recently, so I'm really happy to see you. You're back up and around. Let's see. Yeah, that was a cool channel. Okay, you call me a kid? Yeah, you're always going to be a kid to me, Nick. I think to most of us. even though even though you're in your 20s, you're still going to be a kid for us. Okay, so that was aquatic AquaCat. So let's go. Oh wait, let's see. Does MC have? Let me make sure that he's got a wrench. Let's go back. The reason I do these is for the same thing to give you access to um, anyone that you see in the chat. I just think that's like of all the things that the moderator tools does. To me, that seems to be the best benefit is giving you the opportunity to find other people's channels. What the hell? Is he okay? Add moderator and wham. So then you type something, um, should be able to be. You'll turn blue, and then what I like about it. Let me see if I can do it here. See, it's like you can click on Cecil's name, and it'll give you right here where it says go to his channel. You click on that, it'll take you to their channel. So that's really what I think is the best use of the moderator tool. Again, I've always said that I don't expect people to moderate my channel. That's not why I give those wrenches out. This is all something that I learned from Father Fish that I thought was extremely useful. Let me fix this right here. I had the opportunity to hang out with uh, Featherfin Films the other day on Nick's live stream. That was really cool to get to meet him. So uh, let me see. I'm just sorry for the awkward silences. I'm kind of looking through, make sure that I haven't missed anybody that needs to that I need to correct that. Wrench. Yep. Now you can go and browse other people's channels relatively easy. Okay, so going back to what we're here for, the next channel that we're going to plug is going to be Finny Business. Um, Finny Business, obviously, they're running their own little business. He's got a little fish room set up, uh, relatively new also. Has only done 7 videos, 13 subscribers. I think this one just started up in March. The channel itself, um, oldest video. It isn't. He doesn't even have enough videos to give me the oldest video because they're all fit on one screen. So 6 months ago is when he started. Just kind of walking through the progression of setting up his fish rooms, some of the stuff that he's ordered. Um, I always find these interesting because you get to see um, the progression, and all the adventures that come with owning a fish room, and like sometimes we think we want a big fish room, and then we realize that a big fish room is nice, but it's can be a little bit overwhelming, and so you get to see a lot of the decisions that happen and take place. I think he's got like a little closet where he set up his fish room, if I'm not mistaken, and so he made the most of it. It's like a little utility room. He managed to fit 2 racks and a bunch of tanks in there, which I was like, wow. I guess when you're highly motivated, there's nothing really to limit you from what you're trying to accomplish, which I thought that was really cool. Um, so again, relatively new channel, only 13 subscribers. When I found him, he had 11, so he picked up 2, which is good. He's been able to pick up 2 in a short amount of time. Um, Again, this could be something where it's the last video was about a month ago, so uh, which is pretty consistent with what he's been doing. He's been doing about a video a month. If you go back and look over here, they're all about a month uh, distance from one from the other. So a lot of times when you're first building is where you get most of your content, and then after a while you're trying to figure out what it is you're going to talk about. So I figured you guys might enjoy it, and again, it's a newer channel and we get to see what's going on. The next channel that I want to talk about is GoldenBoy Aquatics. Fellow veteran or maybe still active duty. I'm not really sure. Um, but I know he's an army guy. Um, so I know a few of us will definitely relate to him, and anybody else that's ever served. So be able to relate to him. But he's also has a couple of aquariums. Let's see, Golden Boy. And again, sharing what he's been learning. I think if I'm not mistaken, he might be a reservist. Um, but I thought it was obviously. I'm not gonna lie. As soon as I realized he's in the service, I immediately undoubtedly subscribed. I mean, I don't know. Uh, that was just something that was no question. I support other people. I'm definitely going to be supporting those that serve um, for this country. I will always have their back. So that was kind of one of the reasons why I immediately said, "Yep, I'm subbing." Um, so, ouch, got the headphones right on the top of that button of the hat and started to dig into me. So again, it's a typical situation. I don't know what his living arrangements are, if he's living at home or he's living on a military housing. You don't have a lot of room, so you try to make the most of it. And that might be the situation here. So you can see that he started off with a 10-gallon, and it seems like he upgraded to like a 55. And so maybe he has a couple of tanks. But nonetheless, it's just, to me, it was one of those things where obviously a young man who's enjoying the aquarium hobby. Figured at the very least, I could be some moral support, and just follow what he's doing. So channel's been around 2016, so he's had the channel for quite some time. Excuse me. I don't know what's going on today. He has his email here, so if people are trying to get a hold of him, 69 subscribers, 57 videos. So he's not off. He's off to a pretty good start, I guess. 8 months ago was the very first video that he uploaded. Kind of talks a little bit about um, what he's doing, why he's putting this channel together. I think in here is where I realized that he talks a little bit about being in reserves, but nonetheless, um, that's his channel here. Yep, that was the very first video I watched. So that's his channel. Would like to, we'll see what happens. Let's see if it's something that he continues to do, and if he does, see what the progression is, um, and what happens with his journey on YouTube. All right. So the other channel I want to talk about is FishLordGabe. This is a pretty interesting channel. I guess he started out as a fishing channel. That he does a lot of that. They go out camping and near one of the lakes that they have near and where they live. I believe he's in Northern California, if I'm not mistaken. Um, kind of I guess you would kind of say like in the Sacramento area for I guess geographic purposes. But he's kind of has a room where he has a few tanks, not necessarily a fish room per se, um, but few of the tanks, aquascaping kind of stuff. He kind of has put a couple of them together. I know the aquarium stuff is what's the newest. Um, he hasn't. A lot of his other content is him and his family going out. Like I said, you could clearly see that this used to be a fishing channel, and he's kind of decided that he's going to start sharing another part of his hobby. So not uncommon in our hobby to have these two different hobbies, kind of coexist. There's Ben Sharp that goes out there fishing all the time, Jeff Kane, that's always sharing stuff out there on the lake. Those are the two that really come to mind that are avid fishermen and also have share their fish tanks. Another channel very similar to that. I thought the name is interesting for the channel. um, it I don't know. I just thought it was Fish Lord Game. Um, so, but like I said, he kind of walks you through setting up those tanks. It's just another, if you're looking for something to watch, um, definitely one of these types of videos where they're sharing their progression and how they're going, how they're doing, and some of the stumbling blocks that we all go through when we're setting up new aquariums. So figured you might enjoy that. Again, Audra, kind of like in your neck of the woods, out there, content creator. Who knows? Maybe you guys will cross paths at a club meeting or something like that. So just kind of bringing attention to some of the areas that I'm kind of familiar with too. So that's his channel. Let's go to, I believe this is going to be the one that I've been really wanting to share with you guys, because I really see. Yeah, so this is going to be this is like the bonus channel. What are you doing? Stop. Go. I couldn't get my cursor to work. Hey, Craig, Steve, thanks for coming in. Wow, this one I know I'm not going to be able to hyperlink it, so might as well put it in here. Wethead Aquatics, Canada. So we know where he's at. He's in Canada. He's only got 2 videos. Um, definitely, definitely a school age kid. I'm going to tell you right off the bat what I am really fascinated with is how much knowledge he has for such a young age. I would almost dare to say he probably knows more about fish keeping at his early age than I currently know. Not that that's a big bar to kind of hold somebody's standards, but um, you know what I was talking about earlier, when you come across somebody and you feel like there's something about it that's kind of like the id factor. This kid has got the id factor all over him. Very well spoken, very knowledgeable, and it's not like it's weird because it's not like beginner knowledge or knowledge that he read and is repeating. It's personal knowledge. It sounds like somebody that has been breeding fish for quite some time. Uh, it's him and his brother that are doing this. That are running the camera. I guess his brother's a little bit shyer than him. He's the younger brother, which is very interesting. I think he said he's the younger brother. His brother must be a little like a couple years older than him or something like that. But here, I'm gonna have to use the audio for this one. Hopefully, I don't get flagged.
Somewhat of an aquarium tour, as well as an update on stuff that are going on in the fish room. I'm currently switching over to more long form videos. I've been posting on my Instagram for just a little bit of time, but now I've gotten to the point where there's quite a lot of new stuff happening in the fish room that I want to do updates on, and Instagram won't cut it anymore.
He's a total natural, totally relaxed. Um, the way he speaks, it's very clear. Doesn't have the ums and ahs that I suffer with. I mean, it's just the personality, and it just oozes out of this kid. How can you not cheer for him? And it's really, I don't know. It excited me so much that I was like, I had to tell somebody last night, and obviously Nick was unfortunately enough to be one of them, and so was Funk, and I told Nick, no, I need to talk about this. I can't put this on the list and get to it. It's a channel that I need to talk about now. Now, I know this is not just coming from me, because another thing that I like to go do is look at some of the comments, and you got like Mike D from the Cichlid HUD on there, posting about, commenting on his channel. I thought I saw the Dave. Yeah, Dave, really big channel. So, I guess I'm not the only one that's seeing this. This kid is definitely has that it factor. Hopefully he sticks with it. Um, hopefully he continues to do this. Uh, yeah, Stefan will definitely know what I'm talking about, because I think Mal is also in here somewhere. There it is, Aquarium Delirium. Um, you know, for a very short time, because I don't think he started up this channel very long ago. We're all seeing the same thing I'm seeing, and it's that star power kind of thing. So I'm super excited to see where this channel goes. This video was just 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, editing is. I mean, if they're doing their own editing, wow, I'm embarrassed. I'm really embarrassed if they're doing their own editing, because he plays around with different camera angles. He does one thing where he goes, "We're going to do the up and down," and lays the camera on the floor. I don't know. He's out there experimenting, having fun, and I think that's the biggest thing. It's the you can see that he is having a really good time with what he's doing, and that's very contagious. You know, wishing him the best of luck. I think he's gonna blow up. He has to. Um, hopefully, hopefully he has a good support team behind him that kind of guides them through this process. But again, I think he's definitely you're gonna enjoy this. I did on the sales and Joe Bin. Okay, so this is he's got a store. Well, let's go check out his store. I never heard of this site, but so he's God, this kid is way ahead of anything that I've ever even thought about doing. This is a little embarrassing how well he's figured it out. Yeah, this is definitely somebody that is setting themselves up to be very successful, and that makes me smile like an idiot. Because I don't know, it's just he I always get excited when I see people, especially younger younger kids and stuff like that. Just uh, really taking charge and doing what they want. You can see the passion. Um, awesome. I hope you guys find this channel is just as interesting as I do. Wait, did it? Let me see. Just to make sure, did it share it with you guys? No. So sorry about that. I thought it was automatically gonna display. So this is what I was looking at. So this is his website. Um, obviously he's using a third party to set up, but the fact that at such a young age, making really good videos, has the forethought to set up a website to sell his product, good pictures, clear pricing, clear information as to what he's doing. I mean, this is amazing. I, it's stuff that I don't even have set up. Well, not that I'm selling anything right now, but I love seeing this. I love seeing the ambition, the drive. I think that is great. Um, but yeah, it's only got 2 videos. I can see his potential. This is definitely he's got a lot. The sky's the limit for this young man, and wishing him the best. Like I said, I don't want to spoil it for you guys. You guys need to go watch him. Definitely. It's just something there. You can see it, and YouTube channel. Okay, thank you, Linda. I appreciate you putting it in the chat. But yeah, it's those are kind of the ones. But yeah, this morning, I talk to my wife, but normally not about what I'm doing. She'll ask here or there, what you can do today. I'll let her know the gist of what's going on. I told her I had to do a live stream, and she kind of knows that I do a couple different live streams. So she just asked, he goes, "Are you having a guest or are you doing?" I said, "No, it's going to be one of the plugs." And she goes, "Oh, okay, cool." But I had to tell her, not that she would care, but that's how excited I am about that channel that I even told her, "Oh, I found this channel last night about this kid," and she was just kind of looking at me like, "Oh, you're so cute." But she didn't really care much. But she's doing the spouse thing where she's going to support me. But yeah, those are the channels out there. I hope you guys enjoy these. I think you are. You consistently tell me that's something that you like. And with that being said, I think I'm done with what I wanted to talk about. Other than, okay, I know I've been talking about this for a little bit, and I need your guys' support. Um, I want to do a variation of the plug. It's still going to be considered a plug, but I know some of you guys have breeding rooms, And I want to start bringing attention if that's something you're interested in and you want people to know that you are, yeah, I know. But you see, with invitations with kids and stuff like that, you got to be real careful on YouTube. I know you got to have parental permissions and stuff like that. But kid is brilliant. I mean, um, I yeah, he would definitely be somebody I would love to have a conversation with. Uh, what's what's grinding those gears? You can tell he's got that entrepreneur sense about him, which is it's really exciting. I'll tell you honestly, the last time I felt this excited about something like that was Kyle's fish room punks, where I can see how that's gonna take off. It's the same thing with this kid's channel. I really do see it. He's got the charm, the personality, the knowledge, very genuine. It's nothing like it's just it's hard not to like what he's doing. So hopefully, I wish him the most success possible. It'll be cool to see that journey take place, and to be from basically the ground and watching it take off. That I think that's really what I think is going to be really fun to watch and see what direction he decides to go with. Maybe see if one of his parents is involved. Yeah, is his one of his parents is definitely got to be involved because you got tanks that are drilled. They have water systems set up in them. They have a whole airline set up. Is as smart as this kid is, he's going to have some sort of adult supervision to be able to mess around with all these power tools, be able to reach stuff, get up on ladders. Um, I'm almost guaranteed somebody in his household is definitely involved in the hobby. But it's not like he's just watching whoever is doing this and just kind of being an observer. You can definitely tell that he gets his hands wet. It's funny because in the very first video, he accidentally steps in a bucket of water, and then in the second video, he dips his hair in. And he goes, "What is this going to be a thing in my channel now? Where every time I do a video, I gotta get wet." So I thought that was really funny. Again, he's just I don't know. It's one of those pick me up channels. Um, but back to again squirrel. Um, what I was getting at, I've got a list of people that I personally know that have fish rooms and they breed. And here's the thing: I know a lot of people, myself included, when I was doing the breeding stuff, the biggest limiting factor is trying to ship. That's always the hurdle and the obstacle. But here's my thing. Here's my logic behind this. You don't necessarily have to um, ship fish. My whole thing is because one of the things that is interestingly happening with my channel is I'm getting a lot of new viewers, and like most of us might know, we look in the chat and we know, oh yeah, Christopher and Jody, they have a business together. Um, just one more fish, he's got his own business, but we know that because we're in the inside, we're in the inner circle. But even in the inner circle, there's people that we don't know. I didn't like the other day, Southwest Florida Aquatics. I didn't know he was selling fish, and he's got a fish room that he set up. So what I want to do, but this is going to take your guys's participation in this by sending me an email, and I want to be able to bring attention if it's something that you want to be able to have like a resource where if somebody is coming for the very first time, they know, oh, I see that Craig's catfish. He's in Australia. Oh, that's where I'm at. He's breeding fish and he's selling fish. Oh, okay. So I can reach out to him. So basically trying to create a network like Steve right here that just popped in, all things natural. He has a fish room and he sells fish, but he's in Hawaii. So just not just because you have to be able to ship. Keith is another person that was had a business. Right now he's just selling dry goods. from the inventory that he has left, and bring attention to all of these people and kind of create uh, at least a video where somebody can watch it and go, "Oh, these people are maybe in the United States, maybe they're in the UK, but it's a way to connect and network and bring people together to where they might happen to be in the same area. It's like if I find out somebody has a breeding fish room here in Phoenix, well, the next time I go to Phoenix, I might hit them up just to go check it out. So okay, yeah, I got you on the list, Brandon. You were definitely one of them. Here, let me go over some of the names, and I took a little bit of liberty of doing this because we've either spoken about what you're doing, um, or I know that you at some point have mentioned that you have a fish room, and I'm not talking about just you, Brandon. I'm talking about the people that I put on this list. Here it is. No, that's the now. Oh no, it's back over here. I got to get a little bit more organized because I've got shit everywhere now on this notebook. Um, okay, breeders. These are some, and then some of these were mentioned to me that not necessarily people that I've spoken to directly. Bringing in new inventory of dry goods. Okay, all right, so that's good to know. So I have obviously Nick from In My Tanks, Jeff from Empire of Dirt, Aquafunk, Bare Bottom Brandon, It's Aquatics and Exotics, Cheryl from CR Fish, Skull Aquatics, MNC Aquatics, Go with the Flow, Richard, Southwest Florida Aquatics, Gills and Gardens, Nathan. They gave me your name. They said that you're starting to sell fish. We'll get in touch. I want to get a little bit of information as to if you have something that you're definitely focusing on, that kind of stuff, so that when people come across the video, they kind of know, oh, this is the person that has these cool swordtails, and that's really what they're kind of focusing on, or it's they're selling plants. That's kind of I would need to have that little bit of information so that I can relay it, and somebody that's watching this, even within our own community, they might not be aware of the fact that that is something that you're doing. So I also have Foxy and Peplin, obviously. Aquarium Fantasy. I didn't know Henry was selling. See, I knew he had a fish room. I didn't know he was selling fish. 10-gallon tanks. Any fish will do. That's Jacob. Ross Baltimore. Obviously, he's been in some of the auctions. Max Aquatics. That's a new one to me. I'm not a. I don't necessarily um, watch a lot of the auction channels because I'm not in the market of buying stuff. So, but I guess he's a real regular one on Skips Aquatics, Al's Fish, Garage Aquatics, Dave's Aquatics, Fathom Aquatics, Lumi, Night Owl, Big Steve, New Loco Austin. And then as far as these guys have taken the next step and they're no longer just a fish room, they've kind of become like a fish business. Obviously, I have Tropical Fish Company, just one more fish. Um, so I want to be able to create this list. I'm obviously not going to do a video without speaking to all of you guys on this list beforehand. I want to be able to get some insight as to what you're doing. I don't know if I'm doing them all at once, or or maybe I do like I've been doing with their plug, where it's 2 or 3 channels, um, and really focus on some of that. This is all work in progress. I'm just kind of letting you in on a little project that I'm working on. It'll still be a plug. It's got to be the plug because that's exactly what we're doing. We're plugging the channels, even though I might have already spoken about your channel. I just bought the first round of 4x. Okay, yeah. So you see, I didn't know that. I think it was Curtis or Mike that told me that you were doing that, and I wasn't aware of that. So, and a lot of us are working on projects that we don't necessarily have talked about. So, again, if I didn't mention your name, it's just because I didn't know that you're doing something similar to this. Feel free to reach out to me. Let me put my email is my channel name, Mexicali Fishkeeper uh, at gmail.com. Send me an email. Let me know that you're interested in a way for us to talk so that I can take notes and I can do like a little briefing on your channel so that when I talk about it, I can focus on what you want me to focus on and not just me assume stuff. Next month, Aquashella, Los Angeles. Yes, I am going to be there. Vinosk, are you in the LA area? I could have sworn you were on the East Coast for some reason. I made that silly assumption that you were over there, but yeah, I'm definitely going to be there. Um, Probably both days. I'm still debating whether I'm going to show up Friday night or not. The only reason is because they Aquashella hasn't really said much if they're going to be having like the content creators dinner or luncheon or whatever fish size condoms. uh, uh, why would you want to do that? Just keep them separated. Uh, so oh, Vinoski, yeah, yeah, I'll definitely hit me up. Oh, you're in Anaheim. Well, shit, we definitely need to link up. Uh, I do tend to go down. As a matter of fact, I think this weekend we were thinking about. Well, that's not Anaheim. That's a long ways away. But I think I'm gonna go see my daughter in San Diego, and then swing by to Riverside. I want to go. I want to see if I can go check out West Coast Cichlids with Brandon, um, and because he's up just outside of Riverside. So I want to go. That's probably what I'll be doing this weekend. I'm off this weekend, so I'm gonna do a little bit of traveling. But yeah, definitely, Vinoski will have to link up. I got to figure out. I was debating whether I wanted to wear like a one of my own T-shirts with logo on it or not. But I will. Like, we got to figure out a way where we can all kind of congregate in a part of Aquashella and kind of like what they used to do with the content creators uh, booth. I don't know if they're still doing that or not. Waving from the north again. Hey, Shane Marshall. Okay, let me see. I hadn't seen you before, so let me get first. Sorry about that. Back. Look at my ugly mug. Wait for the chat to pop up. There we go. Oh, you already have. Okay, cool. All right, so you're good there. It's all time you were here. So yeah, that's all I have. Again, please, if you want me to. Oh, that's right. Yeah, definitely, we can do that. Go over there with Ricky and the guys, and we can definitely meet up there. I'm also going to probably be hanging around in Nolan's. I know Mal's going to be down there too, so um, I'm really excited about just. I could care less about the event, to be honest. I'm more interested in hooking up with all of you guys that are in the LA area. So I know Aquaballs might be there. I need to go. I want to go out to check out his fish room. Oh, that's somebody I didn't put on here. Aquaballs. I need to talk to him though. Aquaballs. All right. So again, if you want to bring awareness to your fish room because you're selling, again, you don't have to necessarily be selling or shipping. I think if you're willing to deal with customers locally, I think that would be cool. But again, I'm only going to know that if we have a conversation and you kind of fill me in as to what's going on. Feather Films, what did it say? Did the content creator booth in Dallas this year? But I did not apply because I thought it was too small. Um, yeah, I wouldn't let that hold you back. Um, if you guys feather films, feather fin films, I have them on my list. I just need to get to them. But I got to talk to him. Um, was it a couple nights ago on Nick's live stream? We were late into the morning. Uh, I'm not gonna watch. I'm Jesse. You're still needy. But Jesse saying aquatics. Thank you for being here. I'm just playing with you, man. Sorry, I hadn't been paying attention to the chat just until now. Um, what was I saying? Oh, uh, dude is knowledgeable. He knows a lot about what he's doing. He was educating us the other night. Um, almost some of it was above my head because that's how much he knows. But we'll definitely have to have him on the. Sorry, got sidetracked reading my own notes. Well, I had to make three pens of the correct size middle tier this morning. Made 8 inches instead of 10 last night. Just finished making a shitload of icing. You're making cakes. Oh, you're making the cake for the wedding. Is that what you're working on? Uh, well, now I've dragged this out way longer than it needs to be. I want to thank you guys for coming. And oh, you're still waiting. Okay, yeah, that's on me. Actually, I need to do that because I know Jody P wanted one. You want one. Um, I have a couple of emails that I need to address it and send those out. Um, and I need to get that done. So with that, thank you guys so much. Thanks for putting up for me for more than an hour. So I'll see you guys soon. Make sure you reach out to me. I want to talk to you if you have a breeding room and you want to sell stuff and you're selling stuff, and what the focus is. All right. Thank you, Jesse. Sell fish condoms. You got this for that. Okay. I'll definitely post them. I don't know who's manufacturing them, um, but we'll have to figure it out. I think Chris knows who makes them. It might be the same one that does them for him. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys soon.